both teams were without starting guards Tuesday night when the Miami Heat faced the Toronto Raptors at Air Canada Centre, the Heat without Tyler Johnson, the Raptors without Kyle Lowry. Heat coach Erik Spoelstra said 90 minutes before tip-off that Johnson would be sidelined due to a shoulder strain sustained during the morning shoot-around. "He's getting treatment," Spoelstra said. "We'll see where we go from here." Johnson had been filling in as the starting shooting guard in place of Dion Waiters, who remains sidelined with a sprained left ankle, away from the team for this two-game trip that concludes Wednesday night against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. "It was just a little irritation in my shoulder," said Johnson, who had started the previous 10 games. "So it's a little bit sore, more of a strain. They don't think it's anything too serious. I'll just be out today and then we'll re-evaluate it tomorrow." Johnson missed 35 games from February 2016 to March 2016 following surgery on the same left shoulder due to a torn rotator cuff. "We're not 100%, but it doesn't feel like how it did in the past," Johnson said of the reduced severity this time. "In the past it was a totally different. It wasn't a soreness, it was an actual pain that was going through my shoulder. So I don't feel that. It doesn't feel anything close to what that was like." January 9, 2018 Q. Credit Josh Richardson's last-second winning layup to multiple shooters having to be covered, leaving him one-on-one. 6 Heat players scored in double figures in Sunday's victory over the Jazz. Last season, the Heat were the only team to have 8 players average double-figure. January 9, 2018 Q. Credit Josh Richardson's last-second winning layup to multiple shooters having to be covered, leaving him one-on-one. 6 Heat players scored in double figures in Sunday's victory over the Jazz. Last season, the Heat were the only team to have 8 players average double-figure. Johnson said it was during a benign workout that he began to feel the discomfort. "I mean, I was doing a ball handling drill and I don't know, it just kind of got real and I felt kind of a sharp pain, an irritation," he said. He said it was not related to his collision during Sunday's home victory over the Utah Jazz. "That was just taking another knock to the head," he said. Derrick Jones Jr., signed on December 31 to a two-way contract, started in place of Johnson. With the team also without sidelined Justice Winslow, Rodney McGruder and Okaro White, guard Derek Walton Jr. rejoined the team, having traveled to participate in the G League's showcase later this week in Toronto. "Hopefully he can do a film session and be ready," Spoelstra said. Spoelstra said it was too early to determine Johnson's status for Wednesday's game. The Heat then have a 3-day break in their schedule before next playing against the Milwaukee Bucks on Sunday at American Airlines Arena. "It's just a strain," Spoelstra said. "Strain happens anytime in your back, shoulder. We're getting treatment." The Raptors were without Lowry with what his team listed as a bruised tailbone and back spasms. Lowry was injured during the overtime of the Raptors' Monday night victory over the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center, having to be lifted off the court and carried into the locker room by teammates.